Hey, we're two likable guys. This is Steve, and this is my co-host,
Josh.
And hey, this is good. Do you think there is a direct correlation between the size of your finger and the opening of a nostril?
I don't believe so.
I think there has to be.
Oh, yeah?
I think your nose is initially smaller, but then from picking it, your nostrils get bigger.
I was going to say, I think my nostrils are a lot bigger than the tip of my finger.
I don't know. Tip of your finger is pretty big.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess it's about the same.
I like those videos where there's a lot of TikTok videos I've seen lately, and one of them says, did you know you can't stick out your tongue and touch your chin with your tongue? It's physically impossible. And then 2 seconds later, he says, boy, you look really stupid right now.
Because everybody's doing it. I haven't jumped on the TikTok train.
I enjoy it. I have a few. I have a personal account, Stephen Knott, StevenKnott, TikTok.
What all you got on there? Bunch of the kid.
Lots of the kid. The stepdaughter. Stepdaughter loves it.
Oh, yeah.
She's crazy about that stuff. She's the one who made me start doing it, and I did a couple with one or two with the wife.
How old is the daughter?
She is 10.
10. That's what I was thinking. Right around that age.
She is wonderful 10. So my stepdaughter and my son are 10 years apart.
Ah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah?
It's pretty cool. I got into my stepdaughter's life. I was introduced into her life at when she was 2. So now,
yeah,
been about
she was little bitty,
tiny.
Yeah,
and it's there for a while. I thought, is she ever going to start growing up? And now I'm thinking, oh my gosh, is it ever going to stop?
Slow down.
Yeah, it's really crazy. And then having the newborn is freaking amazing. Watching him grow.
Right.
I mean, it's so scary, but yet so cool at the same time. And I thought it would bother me a lot, changing diapers. When it's your kid, it's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not bad at all.
You don't have any horror stories?
Well, I mean, he's exploded a few diapers.
Oh, yeah.
And it's terrible. I mean, the one just a few nights ago, evidently his stool was runny. And it was all over. I have his little bouncy seat he loves, and it was all over that. He had pulled down. We have it sitting right near the couch, and he had pulled down the little cover from the couch, and it got all over that. And
just the cover, not the couch?
No, not the couch. Luckily he couldn't get up on the couch.
I got you.
But I thought that would really irk me and make me mad, like dealing with diapers and stuff. But no, it's not bad at all.
Yeah, we babysitted one time for some friends. Their little one, years ago.
But when it's not your kid, it's kind of gross.
It's kind of rough, yeah.
When it's your kid, it's crazy. It's not near as gross.
He had some crazy diarrhea going on, and went up his back.
Yes.
Yeah.
That happens a lot, especially in car seats.
Oh, yeah.
And so that would make one good reason why you should never buy a used car seat, is because it's probably had fecal matter.
But we just put him under the tub faucet and cleaned him off that way.
Yeah. I like to take mine outside and hose him down.
Hose?
No, never.
High pressure
pressure
setting
wash.
on the
yeah, pressure washer.
The pressure washer. Oh, I got you. Yeah, I wasn't gonna go that far with it, but
no. Of course, I would never do that. We've run him under we have a little thing that comes off the tub that can spray. The shower head actually will remove. We got one of those that, and we can spray him off like that. He loves the water. It's good stuff. I thought that would irk me, but it does not.
Oh, yeah.
Anything irking you lately? You had a couple good ones. Do you need this to see?
No, I think I've got it over here.
Okay. One thing.
Kids playing on my lawn. You kids, get off my lawn.
Do you hate that?
No. Have you seen my lawn?
My neighbor, growing up, my neighbor got so where she didn't want us on her lawn that they planted trees down the property line. And so in between every tree, to be spiteful, we planted evergreens. Because we knew it would grow and kill theirs, but we ended up that only lasted about a year. They left theirs, but we took ours down. We were like, we're not going to be that.
They're not going to be that family.
Not going to be that family. But it was really great. One time, they would always get mad. We played ball in the backyard, hit a baseball, and this was when I started hitting home runs because I could hit a ball far, and it landed on top of their house.
Oh, you didn't break a window?
No, thank goodness.
Oh.
But I do have a good breaking window story.
Oh, let's hear it.
Me and my brother, there was this fence. Oh, but first about the neighbor. They had to go out when they went out of town. We went and retrieved all the balls out of their gutter. So
climbed up on their house and got the balls out.
Yeah. So thank you, neighbor, if you're listening. I don't think they are. I think they may have trouble with technology.
I thought you were going to say they have trouble hearing.
Huh?
What?
No, we had this great little setup. At one point we had one of those little pools. It was a 3-foot pool, out of ground pool, and we didn't have it long, but we had it long enough.
The out of ground pool.
Above ground?
The above ground pool?
Yeah,
I got you.
It's not in the ground.
I got you.
So we had, my dad had cleared off this spot in the backyard. We're kind of on a hill and made it all level. And the neighbor complained that, hey, you can't have a pool back there. We're like, it's 3 feet deep, and like, no, you got to have a fence around it. So we built a fence on her side so she couldn't see the rest of it. And yeah. So what was great about the fence though is we hung up a old bicycle tire for the strike zone, and we would throw against that fence.
Wow,
and do practice throws. Me and my brother both would. Well, one day I was inside and I couldn't go outside for some reason. I think I was in trouble for probably being mean to my older brother, and he was throwing baseballs at the tire.
I just can't picture you being mean to your brother.
Yeah, I know. I'm such a likable guy.
That's where I was going with it. That's exactly where I was going.
And he was throwing the ball at the tire and kept throwing, and I kept making fun of him. I was like, hey, you couldn't hit a side of a barn,
We need a pitcher, not a belly itcher.
Yes, that was a good one. And so he kept throwing, and then one time he threw, and my room was, the room I was in was above the fence and parallel with the way he was throwing. Actually, I was perpendicular to the way I threw. So he threw over the fence and missed. It would come hit me, and so he said it slipped, but it came up, and I was sitting there at the window, and it shattered the window right in front of my face because I had just raised it up a little bit so I could yell out the screen at him, and so it hit the window and shattered, and I was like,
"Oh, so you were in the house yelling at him?"
I was in the house, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yelling at him from inside the house, and so he just lets it slip and hits the glass, and it shatters everywhere, and then later, I don't remember who said, hey, if you probably held your hand there, it probably wouldn't have shattered. Yeah, or it would have had shards of glass in my hand. Good stuff.
When I was a young lad, I've got a window breaking story for you. There was a fly that I was trying to kill, and it landed on a window.
Okay.
So I'm thinking, okay,
No big
I'll
deal.
just smack this fly.
How old were you? Young?
8 or 9.
Okay.
Maybe 10. Smack that window. Busted it bigger than crap. I was scared to death.
I was scared because I kind of got blamed for that window that got broke, even though I didn't throw the ball, but I was making.
Yeah, but you were taunting. You were taunting.
Taunting. I would have gotten 15 yards for taunting.
Yeah, no doubt.
Or a free base. I don't know how that works.
Well, you just combined 2 different sports there, I believe.
Why were you killing? I want to know is why you were killing God's creatures.
Well, this because I was a little demon child.
Yeah. Did you burn ants with a?
No, I never did that.
I didn't either.
No.
I tried to start a fire,
but I don't think twice about smushing them.
Really?
Yeah.
I do. I think twice, but
3 times and then do it.
Yeah, I give them a reprieve, kind of like the turkey at Thanksgiving for the White House. I'll give one a reprieve, but the other one must go.
Oh yeah.
No, ants irk me. Ants in the house.
Yep.
Oh,
ants in your pants.
Yeah. Luckily, I've never experienced that. I have experienced 1,000 seed ticks on my leg, and they were so small I didn't know what it was.
Luckily, it was just your leg.
It was scary. I mean, because I was like, why is my leg itching so bad? And then you had to look really, really close to see them. We were out getting ready to go fishing, and evidently I'd walked through a massive seed tick farm before I went to the boat. And we had to go kind of through the woods, and we just have a little flat bottom boat we go fishing on, and I'd walk through, and we'd been fishing for about an hour, and I was like, man, my leg is itching like crazy.
Right.
And I finally looked, and I was like, holy crap, there are hundreds of small ticks on me. So I wish I would have had some duct tape. I would have duct taped those bandages and really
ripped them right off.
Yeah, man, I didn't care hair and everything because
redneck wax job.
But what I did use and ended up working pretty well is a credit card, like just the edge of a card, and scraped them off. But man, it was painful.
I thought you were going to say like Vaseline smothered up and Vaseline.
I didn't have any on the boat.
And
that was the problem is I had some bug spray like to keep bugs off of you. The crap am I trying to say?
Some bug repellent.
Thank you. Some insect repellent.
Yeah.
And it didn't faze them. I drowned them in it, and they were just like walking around. Hey, this is cool.
Well, just put your legs in the water and drown them.
Yeah, it was. It's a very small boat. It was rickety. I just had to deal with it and scrape them off, but better now.
Well, that's good. That's good. Luckily, I've never ran into anything like that.
Scary.
We did a water line one time, and we were spreading out some hay. Hi. And Joey proceeded. It was hot, Joey had his shirt off. He's taking that hay, he's picking the bales up and spreading them out as he goes. He got covered with chiggers, I guess.
What was that?
Chiggers.
The little red. Do they have red?
I'm not sure if they're red or not, but he got eat up with something. Luckily, I didn't get any of them on me.
I have been sitting and then find chiggers crawling on me, and that's I couldn't if they were all over me. I'd flip out. That would be terrible. Not a fun day.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so.
I guess that would irk someone pretty good.
That's the theme of today's show. It's irking.
Steve Irking.
Urkel. Yeah.
I saw watching a basketball game just the other day, and in the crowd they had, how they have the big cardboard cutouts?
Oh, yeah.
They had a Steve Urkel cutout, and I couldn't figure out why, except it was funny. It was good stuff. I think it was a Tennessee game, actually, Tennessee-Memphis. There's a guy on the sidelines with a Urkel.
Was he behind the goal post?
No.
Or the basket?
I don't think so. I think he was to the side.
I've seen them where they're behind the basket with the big
and
cutouts and stuff.
Yeah, and they'll put up stupid,
up and
and try to
screw with whoever's doing the free throws.
Yeah, I like those. I like when they do that. I mean, I hate it for the players, but I think that's very entertaining.
You're a huge basketball fan, right? College?
I wouldn't say huge. I keep up with it, and then I love March Madness.
Okay.
But
is it more of being just a Tennessee fan?
Yes, Tennessee. I love Tennessee, UTC basketball. The good years. The Tennessee women, the UTC women. I try to keep up with all four of them.
Yeah,
I have alerts that the 4-letter network will send me.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun. Yes, and so I try to keep up with them. And I love it when UTC has a good team and when they have a team come in to town to play.
A good team to come in?
A good team to come in town. Love to
go
to those. Love that.
It's been a few minutes since I've been down to the Roundhouse to watch a basketball game.
Yeah, I don't know if I went last year, but I've definitely been the few years before that. I went and saw the Lady Mocs, UTC women. And they played UConn, number one team in the nation. And
that was a big deal.
That was a huge
UConn
deal.
coming to town.
Yeah, and I love when they come to town, and it's rare, but the Lady Vols will come to town some. But getting seats is just
when it's something crazy like that, a crazy team like that.
You can get seats even for the women's game. You can get seats, but then you have to sit in that upper area. Usually, it's not a season ticket holder and refuse to pay extra for a $5-10 ticket, whatever it is.
Right,
it's not bad. So that does not irk me. I actually enjoy that. You had a couple items of things that don't necessarily make you happy.
There's not much that makes me happy, except sitting here talking with you.
Two likable guys makes me really happy. This is the funnest thing I've done in weeks. I actually do love this. I hope it shows. Hope it comes out.
Well, I got a few things.
Give them to me, Big Daddy. Remind me to never say that again.
Yeah. I may have to edit that one out. I'm not sure.
Nah, it's funny.
I might leave it in just to
laugh at me.
Yeah,
please.
People honking their horn when they're picking somebody up.
In the digital age.
Yeah. Why not just call somebody or text somebody? Say, hey, I'm outside.
I like that because then if you have an animal, I saw a meme once like, well, why don't you just text me? Why do you got to ring the doorbell and get the dog involved?
Oh, Roscoe used to hate the doorbell. He would go crazy.
Why do animals? Is it just a loud noise? Do they know somebody's outside?
I think that's what it is. Like the first time, it's like, huh. What is this noise? And then they figure out you go to the door.
What do they?
They go, huh? I'll turn into Seinfeld.
My dog has never gone, huh?
Roscoe used to stop to me.
Oh.
But yeah, they associate it with somebody being there, and they're not dumb. They know.
Yeah, well, and they can smell better than we can. Hey, why do feet smell and noses run? Drive on a parkway, park on a driveway.
That's right.
Well, other than
very interesting.
Other than people honking their horn,
it happened a few months ago in the neighborhood here.
Well, I'm curious, did you get mad when I arrived today and I was late on my horn till you came out there? Did that upset you?
No, because I knew you were coming, and I'm thinking, yeah, where's Steve?
Donkey.
I mean, you show up at somebody's house, give a little little beep on the horn, not a problem.
Little toot toot.
But if you're sitting there waiting on somebody for 5 to 10 minutes, and it's not holding your horn down for that long, of course, but 4 or 5 horn honks, I'm thinking,
something's seriously wrong. There's an emergency.
Somebody's in distress.
Yes.
Go help him, lassie.
What about...
did Timmy fall down in the well?
What is acceptable if for some reason you're not paying attention at a red light for people to honk?
Just a little beep. And
I think any honk is fighting words.
Oh, Lord.
Like a little toot. Oh, yeah, you're going to sit there and wait a few minutes.
You're going to wait a little bit more because you honked at me.
Then they try to go around you and you take off real fast.
Then somebody gets out with a tomahawk.
And bust windows and get shot. The crazy things that happen in Chattanooga. If you want to know more about that story, search Chattanooga tomahawk and getting shot.
Go to jeffstylesamerica.com.
Is it on there? I haven't looked.
Oh, yeah, he's got a whole podcast about it.
Okay, great. Yeah.
No, but I like Jeff. I'm not.
I don't.
It's not a funny
it's not,
situation, but it kind of is.
It seems to have worked out okay for everyone.
Yeah, but it escalated real quick.
And that is one of the things that when we had talked about, we have another great podcast about road rage.
The Road Rage podcast.
It escalates in any way you can. If you have to get off the road, if you have to stop, if you have to pull over, if you have to drive to a police station, de-escalate any road rage. There are too many people with cameras. There are too many people with guns. There are too many people that just don't care about you.
Too many people with sharp objects.
Tomahawks, shovels.
Get out and bury somebody.
What other kind of irking things?
Restaurants running out of either just signature items or the basics.
Oh my gosh, I have over by my shop, Classic Auto Care. You can reach us at the originalcac.com.
I love how you do that each time you mention the shop.
Well,
you throw that in there.
I figured that
Let's start making you buy time.
Absolutely. I will send you the checks in the mail. I'll send you some
there you go.
money from that. I'll give you a percentage of any new business. There's a Taco Bell near the shop, Classic Auto Care, originalcac.com. And the great thing about that is that it's close. I mean, it's
open late.
Open late. But that particular Taco Bell, I went there once, and the major times if they've been out of beef.
Wait a minute. Been out of beef?
They were out of beef. You go in and you order 3 tacos. What kind do you want? Well, make them just beef tacos. Sorry, we're out of beef. Would you like steak or chicken? Even though steak is beef, it's not the same.
You're going to get upcharged on the steak.
So, I think I ordered something else then, but I went once and I said I needed a quesadilla, chicken quesadilla, no jalapeno sauce.
Yeah.
And they said, I'm sorry, we're not serving quesadillas right now. I said, excuse me? So we're not selling not selling quesadillas right now. And I said, why? I'm sorry, sir, we can't serve quesadillas right now. Okay.
Oh, so they wouldn't give you a reason?
No, they never did tell me a reason. And I was like, okay, not coming back for a while. See you later. I didn't say that.
I kind of figured it was the great quesadilla shortage of
2019.
Yeah.
I missed that on the news, but it's possible.
Well, that's what it was. I actually went in there one time, and it was during that time, and they're like, yeah, we don't have that. And I'm like, there's a Walmart a block away.
I've worked at fast food restaurants.
They've got quesadillas there.
And when we
were tortillas there.
I've worked at restaurants in my earlier years. Some of my formative years, I worked at the Sonic Drive-In in Red Bank.
Oh yeah, I did my my stint at the fast food place.
Which one did you partake?
Long John Silver's on Signal Mountain Road.
Oh wow, I did not know that.
Oh yeah,
that reminds me of back Fast Times at Ridgemont High. When Brad gets the job at the fast food seafood place, and he has to wear he's driving down the road with the costume on,
Yeah.
and he's looking over at the woman, "Hey, how you doing?" And she's looking back, and then
I never had to wear the costume.
Well, at least hopefully not to deliver, 20 meals to IBM or what. Have you ever been to McDonald's and they run out of French fries?
No, I've never had that happen.
Me neither, but I thought that would be terrible if it did.
I thought for sure you were going to say the ice cream machine was broken.
That was what I was leading into.
You know.
I want to, I wish I had the money to put up a bounty for anyone who can make a ice cream machine that doesn't break down. That would be so cool. Like if you could go anytime, and it's, in working fast food, and when we had lots of ice cream products at Sonic. This was the, late 80s, early 90s area. And after, we would close at 10, and at 9:30, we would break the machine down.
Shut her down.
We would shut the machine down. We would take it out, we'd clean it. And so when somebody would come by, they would say, "I'm sorry, we've already broken down the machine." "Your machine's broken down?" The next day, we would go to work, and then somebody would come in and say, "Hey, did you get your ice cream machine fixed?" I'm like, "Sir, it was never broken. But we came by last night, and they said it was broken down."
Somebody's a damn liar.
"Sir, we had to clean the machine. And if we're not busy at 9:30, 9:45, we break the machine down, which you've got to pull everything out." And it was a big process.
Well, yeah, but I mean, what's that person supposed to do that comes in at 9:58 and they want 5 large milkshakes?
If I was the owner, I would have made them. But being
after cleaning the machine?
No.
That's what I'm saying. If you're cleaning the machine at 9:30.
I wouldn't have cleaned the machine till we closed.
Oh, there you go.
Which is what the owner did when he was there. But as a minimum wage employee, which at that time was $3.35 an hour.
God, you're old.
$3.35 an hour. And I had to walk uphill both ways to school in the snow.
And to work.
And to work too.
Yeah.
It was uphill both ways. So inevitably, the owner would get called, and the ice cream machine fiasco, we'd have to explain it. But when he was there and he was working, we didn't break it down till the end of the shift was over. But being a lowly paid minimum wage employee, we were ready to get out of there. And
right.
So we broke it down early, and it usually worked. Yeah, but
so you got that one person that came in 5 minutes till closing. Yeah.
I try not to ever, if I don't have to, go to a restaurant if I know they're going to be closing within 30 minutes. Because I've been that guy.
Exactly. And I have done that before, not knowing that they close.
Yeah,
I have apologized to them.
Yeah, I have to. I hate that.
Yeah.
What other restaurants?
Before we switch gears, this happened at the same location you were just talking about, the Sonic.
Was I an employee there at this point?
No, this happened a few weeks ago.
New management.
Oh yeah, it's on the board. I go and I get, place my order. They're like, "Would you like to get small cheese sticks? They're 99 cents today." "Why, yes, I would. I would like 2 orders, please." Great. Get home. Only have 1 order of cheese sticks. So I call. "Oh yeah, just, next time you're in, let me know, blah, blah, blah." Well, of course they say, "Do you want to come back?" Well, no, I don't want to come back and let the rest of my food get cold to come back and get that one item that you upsold me on. So, give him my name and all that good stuff. Oh, yeah, just tell him, when you come back, blah, 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 blah. I said, all right. Like a week later, we go back. Hey, placed my order. I said, last time I was in, left out a small cheese stick. Called and talked to so-and-so. They told me, okay, yeah, we got you. Get home.
Oh, no.
No cheese stick.
Oh.
So I call back. Talked to the same girl that I talked to the week before. You sure you didn't get those? And I'm like, yeah, I'm sure. They're not in my bag. Have you got all the stuff out of your bag? I was like, yeah. Got everything out. Empty bag. I'm pretty sure I put the cheese sticks in there. And I was like, no, they're not here. She said, well, okay. I told her, I said, well, she goes, come back tomorrow. I'm working tomorrow, and I'll give you a large cheese stick. So
Did you go back?
Went back the next day. She goes, and I'll personally bring them out to you. Sure enough, she brought them out to me. Was super cool about it. And so I'll go back, and she was on the phone. So we must not like you. We keep forgetting your cheese sticks. I was like, well, I thought I was a pretty good customer over all these years.
We had a lot of people when I worked there, and of course this was, a few decades ago. We'd have people that called and say, hey, my fries were soggy.
Oh, yeah.
And this, and really
it took me 30 minutes to get home from when I got them from you. But
yeah, I really wasn't happy with my order. They're like, oh, hey, usually we'll remake that. We had a note on there, and then there was keywords. If they say these same things, they don't get any food anymore.
Oh, really?
Because it was the same people over and over and
yeah.
over. And we were just feeding the less fortunate, so I don't really see what the problem was.
All right. Well, the prices have jumped there at the Sonic. It's not cheap to eat at Sonic anymore.
No, they have.
I'm not trying to squeeze them out of a small cheese stick.
It is under different. It says new management, but it's under different ownership now too. I know.
Oh yeah.
The owner that owned it when I worked there, that opened it, they are no longer involved in the operations, and
gotcha.
I kind of missed that because I liked knowing, just felt like home for a while.
Right.
Doesn't
you knew
anymore.
if something screwed up, you could call a certain person.
Do you leave Google reviews of places you've been?
I have not.
Well, if the place is not, I try to, if I have really good service, I try to leave those. And if I have really bad service, I will leave those too.
Yeah.
But the in-between ones are like, Like my favorite restaurants from here, I've reviewed and love them. But I had a negative review. I think I've since deleted it about the Sonic in Red Bank.
You posted a negative review?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh.
I was just fed up. They were just not professional, not nice. And I've been there and done that, so I knew how it should be.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you worked there before. You knew what was supposed to happen. I did have an incident at a McDonald's once where the menu board was the wrong price. And it had been, would go in and get McDoubles all day long for $1.
Right.
Well, they never changed their menu board. So I order, I was buying lunch for the crew. It's like, I need
Motley Crew?
Yeah.
McMars?
Yeah, McMars, yeah. Well, Vince.
Vince. Poor Vince.
He needed 4 or 5 of them,
Yeah. Poopy pants round the house.
That's great. I love that. We need to
I need to do that on the Instagram.
Yeah. I about said retweet. We ain't got the Twitter yet. We ain't set that up.
Twitter illiterate at the moment.
But so I said something to them. I was like, are they not $1? And they're like, well, no, sir, they're not. Blah 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 blah. I was like, well, your menu board says they're $1. And they're like, well, they're not. I was like, okay. So roll up to the window, give her the money for it. I was like, somebody needs to change the board. And there's a number on the drive-thru.
1-800 McDonald's or whatever.
Actually, it was any comments or complaints. It was actually an email.
Okay.
So I wrote them an email. And they wrote me a nice email back and asked me to send them my address, and they gave me a couple of free combo coupons.
Really?
To make it up.
Well, that's awfully nice.
And that's the only time I've ever done that, besides just calling a place and saying, hey, you left out whatever. And then they give me my stuff and then a free, whether it be apple pie or cinnamon twist or something like that,
I had a bad experience at Cracker Barrel once. Had many good experiences at Cracker Barrel. Always, literally 999 times out of 1,000, it's been good. Doubt I've been there that many times, but there was this one time we had a fairly large group, and two very elderly gentlemen, elderly disabled vets were with us, and somehow it got mixed up and they'd never sat us. There was a wait, and they said it'd be like 20 minutes. Well, after an hour, we went and mentioned something to them, and they said, oh, you're not even on our list. So we were furious because we had put our names on the list. We had, it was their fault, and so they said, well, it'll be another hour before we can get you seated. And we said, no, it won't. We're gone. So we left, and that's about the only time that I wrote a letter to a company, and they sent me a couple vouchers for free meals, but I didn't want to go there, so I didn't use them. It's kind of stupid. Yeah. No, they got lost or something.
I haven't used the free combos for the McDonald's, and I work out that way all the time.
Well, I guess I know what we're doing after this.
Going to McDonald's?
Yeah.
That's too far of a drive.
Which McDonald's?
I don't want to say.
Oh. I thought it would have been, there's one closer.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No, it was the 58 McDonald's. But he made it right, so I was cool with it.
Fair enough.
I have been there since then.
Are they are the coupons dated?
No, they're not. So they're still good. I just have to find them now.
Yeah, see, that's the thing.
That's the thing.
Yeah, I understand that. Anything you'd like to add? I've let you talk a lot more today.
I have talked a lot more.
And I enjoyed it.
Well, maybe we can make that happen a little bit more.
Hey, if you have any comments or you want to tell us anything or you want to share anything with us, you can reach us in a couple places. twolikableguys@gmail.com. It's all just spelled out. And then you can also reach us on Instagram, Two Likeable Guys. Just give it a search. I'm sure we'll pop up. If we don't, email us and tell us about it, and we'll fix that for you too. Man, we really appreciate you listening. And if there's anybody out there that wants to give us a call and email, send us a message.
Give us a call. We got a hotline.
Yeah, 1-800 Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Because baby's got back.
Yes, and baby's got front. No, but next time, we got some more good stuff coming at you. And we appreciate you listening to us. I am Steve. This is
Josh.
We're Two Likeable Guys, and we hope you like us because we like you too.